Hello, I am Todd Cotta, and this is Travis, and this is Reviews It on King's Gun Center TV. Here at Reviews It, we like to take products and talk about them and bring them out to light. And today we have a very special topic. It is gun grips. Gun grips are used for many, many different reasons, depending on the reason why you carry or the reason why you have a gun. If you wear gloves, if you don't wear gloves, so you have a lot of different reasons why you're going to use grips on a gun that aren't from the manufacturer. A lot of times people will get like their Glock and they'll get a soldering iron, and then they'll start messing with the plastics, which actually degrades the plastic when they do it.
So the stippling, I see a lot of people do, and this is one of the reasons I'm such a big fan of this product here, is I've seen everywhere from hot paper clips to soldering irons to whatever, and people try to uniformly melt little dimples into their gun, and God forbid you mess it up, then you're stuck.
Yeah, and people do get very creative with it, and there's companies that specialize in that exact product. But once you do that, you have permanently altered your firearm.
Yes, and hopefully it's done right or you're stuck with it.
Mm-hmm. And then you have companies out there that make different kinds of grips. Well, the company we're going to talk about today is Handle It Grips. Handle It Grips is based out of Central California. He's a veteran, and the reason why Travis is here today is because he's the one that brought it to me, because they used to work together in the military. They're both veterans, and this is a veteran-owned company, Handle It Grips.
It is, and I've been using this product for about 4 or 5 years now. The owner's a good friend of mine, and it's based out of Dinuba, so it is local. And it's a really great thing, and I wanted to bring it in and introduce it to Todd and introduce it to you guys in case you hadn't heard of it yet. This is one of the things that I recommend for in my CCW classes and anybody really.
Now, Handle It Grips makes 3 different types of grips, correct? What are those types? They
do. So the grips that they make them for lots of different firearms, but the categories that they kind of break down into go per like how aggressive the texturing is. Yes. So they make them in sandpaper, they make them in textured rubber, and they make them in vinyl.
Okay.
Now, obviously the most aggressive being your sandpaper, and it's exactly how it sounds. It's a sandpaper material with an adhesive backing. It's a very aggressive grip. A lot of people like it for their range guns. I have it on my competition guns. Mm-hmm. If you're out in some kind of damp or wet environment, we sell them to duck hunters and things like that. I actually have one sitting up here on the counter that we're going to try out today with a sandpaper grip on it.
Yep.
And it's a great grip. It's very aggressive. I will tell you, once you get your hands around this thing, when you shoot it, it does not move.
No.
Now, the next step down, kind of our middle of the road, which is probably our most popular, would be the textured rubber. Now, the textured rubber grips, they still give you a really good grip feeling. It's anything you can imagine that your rubber coat is going to give you a better grip on the gun. Mm-hmm. I recommend these for like CCW or your regular firearms, or if you don't like such an aggressive grip. I will tell you from experience, I tried the sandpaper on my CCW, and it lasted about 10 seconds. So I definitely recommend the rubber for your CCW.
And if you have really, really sweaty palms,
yes,
the sandpaper grip totally eliminates that.
It sure does.
It does. And then the rubber grip helps it considerably over just plain plastic on these striker fire guns.
It sure does. And that's one of the big things is, like we talked about the stippling, and once the polymer handles came out, if you're like me and you've got a few years on you, I grew up with the big, heavy metal frame guns.
Yes.
And when these came out, I was like, it feels like plastic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the reasons I like that rubber grip so much is it takes that plastic feel out of that firearm. It's probably all in my mind, but it makes it feel more substantial.
Like a hoe grip you put on a gun or those kinds of things.
Right, but better.
But better. Better because, first of all, we'll talk about price point in a little bit.
Yes.
And that's one of the things I love about this is the price point. But it's removable.
It is.
Also.
It is.
And it won't permanently alter your gun.
Right.
But I tell you, just this morning on my XDM here, you put the grip on there, and I immediately felt the difference. And it feels like it's a part of the gun. It feels like it's permanently part of the gun.
It does, and you do it right, and the instructions are on the package, but you heat it up and press it all on there, and it forms to the gun. They're all custom cut and fit to each specific firearm, and they're meant to do just that.
Now, there's the third type, right?
So there is. The third type is the vinyl. Now, the vinyl, they've got a ton of different options in vinyl, and I'll be honest with you, the vinyl is mostly cosmetic because it is slick. It doesn't add a lot of grip texture to the gun. But as far as the vinyl goes, it is wildly popular with the people out there that are just looking to add a little bling to their firearm.
Yeah.
They've got digital camo, they've got cryptic camo, they've got all kinds
Probably
of different
American
colors
and blue line flags and all those kinds of things. If it's a pattern, they'll make it on there.
Yes. Lots of vinyls.
And durability on the vinyl.
It's all really good. They all stay on really well. They are all very durable. They've even got like the the carbon fiber looking vinyl that you can put on there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Oh, that's very good. Now, colors-wise, there are some colors you can pick from also, right?
There is. That's just a small sample. If you go on their website, that's what you're going to see when you first open up the custom color page. Those right there are all different sandpaper colors. I think they've got probably 20 different sandpaper options to choose from. The rubber is black and gray for right now, but there's some exciting stuff coming for that.
Good.
And the vinyls, they're too many to list.
Yeah, vinyls, any graphic. You want a company graphic put on your gun, I'm sure he could lay that vinyl out and print it, right?
Well, we're working on that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they have options to choose from right now, but we're working on the rest of it.
No, I do get it. Now, you do it for handguns and rifles and shotguns and everything?
We do. Primarily handguns, but we do some shotguns and some rifles. We've gotten into HKs and things like that, their rifles and whatnot. So there is a ton of firearms to choose from. I mean, hundreds of firearms. If you own it or have heard of it, there's a good chance that they make a grip for it.
So this is the webpage right there at handleitgrips.com, and you can take a look here. You see Glock and Springfield and SIG and Canik, Taurus, Beretta, FN, AR-15s, you name it, and you can see one down there has a custom logo built into the grip. Also, like we have the KGC right here on this one right here. Let me show you here real quick. This one here, if you can see real close, I'll take a picture of it for you. It says KGC right there for King's Gun Center. He just put that one on this morning for me as a little surprise. As a little surprise, but continuing on, there is just a ton of manufacturers that they can do when it comes. Even Chris Vector, look at that.
Yep.
CZ USA, all the different kinds of camo, all those kinds of things. It goes on and on and on about how you can select and get your custom grips for your gun at handleitgrips.com. What is lead time right now for an order?
Most of the time, if you order something that's in stock, it ships same day.
Okay.
So it gets out and it gets there.
He has a pretty good stock on hand of the stuff. And if let's say it's something that he can make, but he didn't have it in stock, how many days is it lead time if it's a little special?
Normally, if they get special orders and it's something they don't have in stock, they're cut that day, and most of the time they go out that day, if not the next day.
Okay.
So it's quick.
Sure. Good.
And not only that, but we've started shipping internationally. We do all kinds of stuff. So they are up and coming.
Let me show you here. This is what the grips look like. Then they come in this nice little package here. I wonder who made these packages.
I don't know, some guy that's really good with that stuff.
So it comes in a nice package, has all the instructions in there. He's going to show you another way that you have. There's only two things you need in order to put this on your gun. Okay, only two things you need. Two things. Okay, you need this right here with a little bit of a alcohol pad to get all the grime off your gun.
You do. So you pull all the stuff out of your package, and it's going to look like this. You can see this is the back side. This is the paper that you remove. It comes in a couple different pieces, super easy. It comes with the alcohol pad that Todd's talking about that you want to clean your gun really well with before you put it on.
That?
And then if you're lucky enough to have a tactical hairdryer like I do, then this.
let me show these guys this thing. Look at this thing. This is his tactical hairdryer. Yes. I like the duct tape on here. It's really nice.
Absolutely.
The camo duct tape. It took him about 3 minutes this morning to use this and the alcohol to put grips on my XDM over there. And it's a really easy process. Heat it up, gets it nice and ready to adhere, put it on there, and it's on there. It's on there. And I'm sure to take it off if you ever did want to. Hair dryer and just
peel it off.
Peel it off.
Absolutely.
Sounds like a winner. Sounds like a real good, simple way of doing it. And pretty much anybody could do it.
You can, and even if you don't have a tactical hair dryer, a normal one will work.
A normal one, yes, yeah. Just run into the bathroom, pull your wife's drawer open, dig through there a little bit, and you'll find it.
Yep.
You know what? In my house, we don't have a hair dryer in my house.
Really?
At all.
I got in trouble because I left my wife's out in the garage.
Uh-oh.
That's why I had to get a tactical one.
And then if you go camping, then you can take that one.
There you go.
There you go. But yeah, my wife cannot use a hairdryer because of her hair type, and so we just don't have one. It's just one of those weird things.
Or a heat gun. You have a heat gun?
I do have a heat gun.
Okay. Just be careful with the heat guns because they are a little hotter than these.
Yeah, keep it a little further away. Right. Yeah, so if you have a heat gun and not a hairdryer, just keep it a little further away and kind of go from there. This is what the packages look like when you get them for the different guns.
So this is when you click on a specific gun manufacturer. Like this is what it would look like if you clicked on the Glock logo. And it'll pull it up and it'll list all the different guns that we make grips for that particular manufacturer. You can scroll through, as you can see on there, there's 19s, 17s, pretty much anything. And it shows you what the grip looks like, what it looks like on the gun, the prices and all that stuff. They're sold pretty much everywhere. They sell them on their website. They sell them on Amazon, eBay, all kinds of different places.
Okay, so we want to show you what the grip textures looks like, and that's why we have our camera 2 right here. So let me see the XD real quick. Let me show you kind of what the sandpaper gray looks like. Remember, this comes in many different colors, and you take a look at it. It has almost a Starry Night or a metal flake look to it, but it's really aggressive. It feels like sandpaper, but man, when you grip this thing, it is there. It is right there, and then it has the little logo here on it here for the company. But
it's almost like the sandpaper like you would feel on top of a skateboard.
Yes. Yeah, kind of like skateboard sandpaper, but it is very aggressive. And if you're doing competition shooting, this is probably the one you would want to pick because your hand, once it's on there, it is part of the gun. It is part of the gun. So this is a gray sandpaper. On this one here, you can see it's got the nice gray texture compared to the black. You can see right here. Now let's take a look at this other one here real quick. This is the rubber that's coming on board. The rubber is a textured rubber. The grips on an XDM are very aggressive. And what this does is it tones them down just a little bit. It tones them down just a little bit, and it's a nice rubber grip. It feels not so aggressive that it's going to catch your clothing and those kinds of things if you're wearing it for a concealed gun, like with the Smith & Wesson Shield or any of the other smaller Sig Sauers and the smaller Glocks. But this is what it is. He actually put our logo right here, KGC, for King's Gun Center. But this is the rubber grip, and you can see it's got some texture going on here. On the back side, and it's just, I love it, and it looks like it's actually part of the gun. When this thing is on, you can't tell where the gun ends and the gun begins right here, and it looks like this is the way it came from the factory. I really do like the way this is set up. Yeah, it's just set up really nicely. So this is, it even has the XD cut out on both sides right here on the bottom of the grip, so it doesn't cover that up. Still keeps the logo for the gun. There we go. That's the rubber grip, and we just saw the sandpaper grip, and the vinyl grip is a little slicker than that, right? It's
the vinyl grip it's slick. I mean, it's going to be like your plastic vinyl material, and like I said, it's mostly for cosmetic purposes. and people love to bling out their guns.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can really U.S. Constitution, whatever you want. I mean,
Right.
you can really do whatever you want with this, and it's custom cut to your firearm.
Yes.
Which is pretty nice. Now, if somebody has done the stippling and all that stuff on their Glock like they do, can these still be put on those or not?
They can, depending on how aggressive the stippling is.
Yeah.
Sometimes if they're really aggressive, we recommend that they sand it down a little bit
Yeah, smooth it out.
to knock down some of the more aggressive stuff. But I mean, you could see even the grip on your XDM was pretty aggressive, and it still fits well.
Yeah.
But the smoother you can get it, the better it's going to adhere.
Sure. I tell you, it doesn't get any simpler than this. It's an alcohol swab for your gun, and then
And your tactical hairdryer.
Your tactical hairdryer, and then you're off and going. So the elephant in the room, okay? One of the things that people are always going to ask is, to get these grips, how much are people going to pay for Glock 17, 22, 34, or 35 grip?
That's the best part.
Oh, really?
It is. On their website, and if you go in and you look on there, they're anywhere from $16.99 and up. So anywhere you look for these things, they're going to be roughly in that $20 price range. So for a roughly $20, it's probably one of the best things you can get that's going to add something to your firearm.
So about $20, and then what is shipping cost for if somebody is getting shipped to the Midwest or something like that?
Depending on where you're looking, it's only a couple bucks.
Couple bucks more, because it just goes in like a bubble pack, right?
It'll go USPS or FedEx, depending on how it ships, but it's usually only a couple bucks.
Great. I mean, come on, guys. Less than $25 to get a completely new grip on your gun to your specifications, whether it's a custom grip, whether it's a rubber grip, or a sandpaper grip. And there's even better news, because we have this also.
There you go. So this is also on their website. If you go on there, they run promo codes all the time for different things. We have sponsors like the Michalek family, Lena Michalek. We have the AR-15, Springfield, but they run promo codes constantly for things that you're looking for. You can save $5, you can save a certain percentage, all kinds of good opportunities to save some money on these grips.
Yeah, I love it. Not only, I mean, pretty much you would almost get free shipping if you use these codes, and
more or less.
And more or less. And I think that's a really good way to get out there and give it a try. So if you're looking for a grip for your firearm that makes it easier to hold, maybe you have sweaty hands, or maybe you want to have a better grip when you're doing competition, or maybe you just don't like the feel of your Glock grip or of your Smith & Wesson Shield grip, you have options now that aren't going to break the bank at handleitgrips.com.
Absolutely.
And I think we're going to start carrying these things in our store too.
So even better. If you can go to the website, or you can get them, or you can come in and visit us, and we'd be more than happy to point out which one goes for your firearm.
There you go. Travis, thank you. Let's go.
I might even have my tactical hairdryer for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on a CCW Sunday, and he'll bring his tactical hairdryer during lunchtime, and he'll
There
put
you
them on
go.
for you. Just bring him a burrito or something.
Food works.
Handleitgrips.com. Go there right now. Take a look. They will have your gun on that website. You can order up and get it right to your home in just about a week. You really cannot pass up this opportunity to make your gun better. And I have a better Springfield now because of it.
I'm excited to go try it.
Yeah. You've never shot the XDM.
I have not.
Well, we have to go give that one a whirl then. Guys, thank you for watching Reviews at King's Gun Center TV. You guys have a great day, and come on by. We'd love to see you. Have a great one.